So one of my goals for 2023 is to knit more regularly. So just as the year started, it is now the 10th, I really wanted to knit a cardigan that I had swatched at the end of December. But I realized that all of my sweater size project bags were taken. And so I really needed a bag before I could start this sweater. Now, the logical thing would be to finish the sweater that was taking up the sweater size bag, and then start this sweater, but of course not. That is just not how any of this works. So my first instinct was of course, I have to make another bag so that I can start my cardigan. Hello everybody, June here. So in this video, I'm going to talk about sewing and knitting together, which is a revelation. Anyway, so yes, as I was saying, before I could make this sweater, before I could start on this sweater, I needed a bag. And so I scoured the internet for a project bag, and I went to buy the size, of course, because I needed the bag to be big enough. And I based the size on another project bag that I had made 2 years ago now, I suppose. And this is the Kato drawstring bag. I'm just gonna show it to you here. And this is from Can Do Crafts, I think is the one that I ended up choosing. And the fabric, which is so very cute, came from the Fat Quarter Shop. It is a Riley Blake design fabric, and the collection is called My Happy Place. So this has pins. I know it's kind of hard to see here. These are images from like vintage sewing patterns, and then the inside is, it just says knit, crochet, cross stitch, make, craft, things like that. So I made the bag, and when I finished it, I realized that actually it's kind of small. It is pretty small, definitely not sweater size, maybe, I don't know, a scarf, maybe a cowl, but definitely not sweater size. But the pattern itself, which is what I want to talk to you about, is really great. It comes in 3 sizes. This is the largest one, and then there's a medium, and then there is a small size. You can get this on Etsy. I'll put a link in the description. And one of the things that initially drew me to this pattern was the fact that it didn't have big handles. I have a sweater bag that had, or a sweater size bag that has handles, kind of like a tote. It is a tote, and I find the handles kind of get in the way. So I like that these have really short handles. The instructions are very clear. They walk you through everything. And my only issue, I guess, is that it's just kind of small for what I needed. And this is not the fault of the pattern. It is 100% my fault. I did deviate from the instructions a little bit. So the instructions have you interface the outside. So this part down here and this part down here. And what happened was that I was kind of desperate to make this bag when I wanted to start my sweater. So I cut everything out. I started pinning the bottom to the top. And then I paused and I started to ponder, do I actually want to go through with this like this? Or like, do I want to get in my car, drive an hour and 10 minutes to Joann's? I don't know Joann's in New York City, by the way. They're all out in Long Island, just so that I can get interfacing for this. Now, I have interfacing at home, but I have expensive interfacing that I use for clothing that I was not going to use for a bag. So I'm pinning, thinking about this, stopped, and sanity prevailed. So I went ahead and I just made it completely uninterfaced. So this is standing up on its own. Actually, it's not standing up all on its own because the pattern, the amount of fabric that it tells you to use, you don't actually use all of it. So I had so much fabric left that guess what? I made another one. This is a small size. and this is the large size. And I still have enough fabric to probably make another one of these. And this one is exactly the same, just a lot smaller. And for this one, so this one has pockets, I don't know if you can see here, has pockets on both sides. But for the little one, I put pockets only on one side. And here you can see how it stands up on its own without the little bag inside. Actually, you can't really see it there. Maybe you can. There we go. There we go. There you can see how it stands up on its own without too much problem. Obviously, once you have things in it, it will stand out more. Anything larger than this probably will not be able to stand on its own. But also the fabric that I use is canvas. It's not just plain quilting cotton, so that does add a little bit of structure. Let me put them here side by side, so you can see them. They are absolutely adorable. Can you see them? I don't know. Anyway, I'll put a better video of them here. But I just wanted to share this pattern with you because for smaller projects, they are really great. And of course, they have this drawstring at the top, so you can close them. I think this one would probably be like a sock size project bag, whereas this one, as I said, maybe a scarf or a cowl. Once they close up, they're actually, because the drawstring closes up the top, it removes a lot of the space. So keep that in mind if you're going to make these project bags. And actually, I have looked around a lot for project bags that are larger than this to hold larger projects. I have another bag that, as I say, that I made 2 years, that it is sweater size, but that is the largest I've been able to find. So if you're knitting something like an Afghan, I mean, that is a big project. You need a big bag for that. And I haven't found any sewing patterns for project bags that size yet. Because I have been thinking about this a lot. I am working on something that will maybe coming to this channel soon. So yeah, those are the Kato drawstring project bags from Kato Crafts. I hope you have enjoyed this short, kind of disjointed review, show and tell of these patterns and these bags. I really love the fabric. I like how they turned out. I wish they were bigger, but you know, I can't fold the patterns for doing something that was my expectation, and it's not what they set out to do. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.